Alright, today we're going to be playing some Firesworn Swarm. No surprise considering we got some buffs this patch and takes advantage of the buff to bank the patch before that. So let's get into the deck here. Playing Congregation, went to 17 provisions, gives you an extra provision for the deck. Really helpful actually. We're going to play Crystal Skull. That Veil is super useful. As far as cards in the deck, we're going to play a Devotion version because I usually play non-Devotion and I want to switch it up. And in particular, things like Bank in the Devotion deck did get buffed, so I think it would be fair to try that out. So, we've got the Great Saint Gregory. Super strong either in its evolved or non-evolved form. Both are good. Although usually you want to play the evolved form and have like a long round 3. But if you have to play him round 1, he can usually get you out of a bad situation. Then there's Jacques Miracle Child. In the non-Devotion, I usually cut this for Oniromancy, but in Devotion, it's actually really good because it's third form here. Well, it's really good in non-Devotion too, but in Devotion in particular, this third form where you get the, what's it called? The ongoing effect, that's what it is. When you play the Firesworn card, gain a coin, that effect's actually quite useful because you end up getting a lot of coins, and because it's card, not just unit. So things like Cyrus will trigger twice, things like that. Speaking of Cyrus, I think he's the best card in this deck. Super, super strong. You play him, usually what happens is you play Cyrus, you end up with Cyrus, a Fallen Knight, 2 tokens, and 2 coins for next turn. So it puts 2 engines on the board immediately, and if Cyrus is not answered, well, he puts out an engine every turn, pretty much. Then we have Grand Inquisitor. He's really good for your shorter rounds. He's also really good if you want to put a bunch of tokens really fast. So say you open Cyrus, get a Fallen Knight, next they don't kill Cyrus somehow, you bring back Fallen Knight, and then you play Helveed and boom, boom, boom tokens. You can just get way, way high on tempo that way. Also, it's really good. You can also make versions of this deck relying on Scribe, where you get refunds on the Helveed. So you get free guys, basically, but we're not playing the Scribe in this one, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Playing Junior for control, it is our only real control card other than the evolved form of Gregory. So you gotta be careful of that. You gotta know when to play him. Actually, have to draw into him as well. So that's worth noting. You gotta be really careful when you use the Junior. Then we have the Ulrich. Whatever you make with him is usually good, but Fallen Knight is the best. If you don't have Fallen Knight, you can make something like one of our 4 provisions or a 5. It's still fine if you need to, but usually you want to be on Fallen Knight, because then it gives you another thing to bring back with Cyrus as well. Then we got the Vivaldi Bank. It went to 9, I think 2 balance councils ago. Seems pretty good. Just our consistency card, you gotta play it. Then with the DAC Ray, gives you a bunch of points if you're swarming. If you're going to end up in a short round 3 without a token spawner, so say you end up in like a 3-card round 3, you get this back from the Echo, you have like, I don't know, Fallen Knight and the Tribute guy, you might not want the DAC Ray if you're not going to have that many tokens. So it can be worth putting back. Next up we have Lieutenant Von Hurst. He gained a power, also 2 balance councils ago. So at 5 power and 1 armor, he's actually sort of difficult to deal with, which means he's really kind of useful now. The other thing is you have to make sure you control a cleric. Fallen Knight is not a cleric, so you can't just go Fallen Knight Von Hurst. You have to play one of the other clerics first. And usually the clerics are engine-y, so they get removed, but if you can get this guy going, he's 2 points a turn, and the fee is pretty useful. This fee to transform the Zealots into Flaming Rose Footmen is how we use most of our coins, if you don't have your Helveed. Then we have, good old card here. So this can make pretty much whatever you want as long as you get the setup. The best setup is usually playing the Inquisitor because it'll go to 8 and you can destroy that to get a Cyrus. It's usually the best one. But you can also make Helveed, can make Von Hurst. You can make a lot of different stuff with this. It's just really, really useful. Then we're playing Procession of Penance. I don't think this is the optimal choice, but it gained a power, which was another buff to the deck, and I want to test it out at 13. So, ideally it comes down to 13 for 6, big play. Not too complicated. Yeah, but we're just going to try it out this time. I think you could cut it for like a Fairco to get your DSE Ray more consistently. Or to put in the Scribes if you want to go the Scribe approach. A couple different plays there, different options. And then we're going on to Excommunication, our other consistency card. Lets you see the top 3 of your deck and play them. Really useful. That's what it is. It's just really useful. We got the Fallen Knights, the best card in the deck other than Cyrus. Although the fact that Cyrus brings us back might make this the better card. But Fallen Knight is actually completely absurd. Like, this card is absurd. It's a 5 for 5 on deploy, Veil, double engine, right? It's 5 for 5. It's got Veil, so you can't lock it. It got Intimidate, so you play a crime, it gets points. Whenever you spawn a unit, it gets points. This is one of the strongest 5 version engines in the entire game. It's completely ridiculous, and it's the only reason the deck really works is because you have Fallen Knight. It's so strong. It's actually ridiculous. But then we have Cleric of the Flaming Rose. We're playing this over Scribe in this deck because I'm seeing a ton of control, and Scribe doesn't do well against control, where this is much better, and it gives us a fee, an outlet for our coins by transforming the Zealots into Footmen. So at the moment, I think I like this a little more than Scribe. You could swap it out for the Scribes if you want. I think they're both pretty good, although I think in the current meta, what I see, this is a little better. But you can combo with the Scribes if you want to do that. Double Congregation. Not much to it. It boosts your Fallen Knight by 4 when you play it and spawns 6 points worth of guys. It's pretty good. Then we've got the Smuggles. I opted for Smuggle here. You could go for something like Eventide Plunder to get more coin spending. Like, you could go Eventide to try and make more of the Disciples, or just make any other coin spender. We're going to have, since we have double Clerics, I think we're trying to rely on this Transform effect to spend our coins. So I think we'll just use the Smuggle to generate those coins for things, and then spawn a token. This is really like a really useful card. As, again, it boosts your Fallen Knight by like 2 because it's a crime and it spawns a guy. And I wanted a little bit of coin generation in the deck. Normally, if you're playing Devotion Syndicate and you want coins, what you do is you go run, what's it called? Where is it? Mutant Maker. But I think in this deck in particular, Smuggle's better. You trade the 1 point on this body for spawning a guy, which usually triggers your engines, so I think it's a little bit better. We're going to play 1 Priest here. This is a slot you can play kind of whatever, right? You can do that, you can play Eventide, you could even play, like, Bloody Good Fun's actually pretty good here. As usually you're going to have, like, 1 or 2 coins, so it's like a 6-ish damage removal. It's kind of nice. You can play any of the other crimes you want. Even do Raiders if you want to thin your deck, but it's really hard to get the Horde, so I wouldn't recommend it, even though normally that's what you put in at 4 versions. You could put in a second Priest if you want to cut one of the other 4s. I think there's a lot of options here. I think the best ones are probably Eventide, the Priest, and then potentially either like a Tax Collector if you think there's not enough coins, or another Devotion guy, the Mutant's Maker, or the, what's it called? The Bloody Good Fun are probably the best ones. Yeah, those are probably the best ones. 2 Inquisitors. These things are really good if you have a damage token because it gets high value then. And if you have the this guy in your hand, you just hit it. It's pretty good. And we've got the 2 Disciples to spawn guys. So that is the deck. The only thing that's not great about it is you're lacking control via only having Junior, and you're lacking a little bit consistency because you only have Bank and Excommunication. You could address a couple of these by going Farco and some damage crimes, which I thought about. Like, I think Procession probably won't make the cut in the end. You could cut that. I think Farco plus, like, Bloody Good Fun and maybe a Payday or 2, something like that. I think that fix the control would be helpful. And maybe thin the deck an additional card, but we'll think about it. For now, though, we're going in with this. Should be pretty fun. I've always enjoyed these little swarmy decks, but they can get shut down depending on the matchup. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I don't know how to pronounce that, so we're just gonna call him Moltres.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
I don't know why I decided on that. Whatever. So he's a vampire deck. He probably will out-engine us, which is a potential problem. The good thing for us is we've got the Fallen Knights. The downside is he's playing Renfri vampires, which is probably the best version of vampires. The Fallen Knights get a little bit more vulnerable, so we're going to hope he isn't. Double Congregation. Congregation is really nice here, actually. We do usually want to redraw as much as possible, because we are missing out on Ulrich and Bank and such. I don't think it's worth keeping Fallen Knight in the hand in case we draw Ulrich. It's our by far the best engine here, right? It's by far the best card because it's got the Veil. Now we see if he has Lord Riptide in his hand. That's the only really bad thing he could have right now. Everything else is kind of fine. Well. Sometimes they got it. We're kind of shut down here. I don't want to use this. We need to kill a Flutter later with this. I guess we'll just go in here with this. Like, there's no way to play the Fallen Knight safely, but if the Fallen Knight's our best opener. He's gonna win this. Not the game necessarily, the round. I don't want to Flutter here. I want to Flutter him like round. I want to kill the Flutter like round 2 or 3. Not now. He doesn't play Operator, or hasn't played it, so that's fine. We don't care if he incubuses this. I'm trying to think we want to go here. This is a really good turn for this, so I think we'll play it. It's basically free value. The token's going to get the bleeding anyway. Don't really want to play too much else this round. One thing to watch out with this deck, though, is you can end up in a 10-card round 3. You might fill your rows too much. Yeah, we just pass. Flutter and Necrat is going to do it here for him. I'm guessing there's going to be a Squirrel on this, which will be annoying. The only good side of that is that he can't incubus us effectively. If he's playing it. If he's playing Incubus, the Cleric's not good to have in our graveyard. As much as this is good, it's only really good if we have the other guy. Got Ulrich. I think we do want to play... We have plenty of bronzes for Ulrich to copy on left in our deck, so it's fine if we play our only bronze here if we think we can get away with it. But we don't think he's going to push for the round, basically. And I don't think he's going to push for the round. For like a 2-0. We want to also open this, so if we want to get our Von Hurst out, we can. Could be Devotion Vampires, then. Could be. Let's play our Von Hurst. It's quite good here. For a couple reasons. Gets less good once he kills off that Cleric. There's the Blood Moon. Alright, we made it now regret the not playing Ulrich. We should still be okay as long as there's no Flutters going on. Flutter is the scary card. This is a good excommunication. We're going to need some other additional value here. I don't know if we need the Cyrus. I think we might. Let's go for the Cyrus. I don't like playing it here, but it's another Cleric.
The fire cleanses you. Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
Halt! In the Order's name, I confiscate these goods.
I actually want to hold the transform. We take enough from bleeding that this won't get us a win on even. And if we can transform something with, it might actually have given us enough. But he's not going to give up here. See, this is going to be... He's going to purify us? Probably. He's going to spawn with a Detlaff. Get the guy. So we actually do want to get either of these back. So we'll play the Congregation.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
And we'll grab this guy.
Test of decadence.
Spawn here. Spawn here. There should be enough that we're ahead. Even with all the bleeding and the potential RNG on these. And that's why we got our cleric as well. So we find out if it's devotion. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Alright. Little scary, that's devotion. We would like a couple coins here. Let's play bank. Because the transforms on these are really valuable. Let's go for the bank and hopefully get something good off the top. Do we want to go Gregory? I kind of think Gregory is good here. We just want to get out of this situation. Want to do these transforms. Want to spawn here. Want to get rid of this token. Bring back this guy.
The tongue could conceal the truth. The eyes never.
The reason you bring back this guy because it remembers the guy was eaten. So it spawns it. Alright, there's the Oriana. We may have to kill that. Got no Blood Moon. The Unseen Elder is worth killing too. We can only kill one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. Put this out. I really actually don't want to use him at all, to be fair. Let's see what we're drawing into next round. We want to hold the Ulrich and hold this Fall Knight, because this doesn't reshuffle, unlike the other guy. Let's get you. We can transform our guys to avoid the bleeding, which makes... I think we can hold off.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
We'll get to play one more unit, which is scary. But most likely, the Unseen Elder will kill off a token or two, so we should be fine. He's going to kill this for us, so we definitely have row space. We're being really greedy at the moment. Procession's just a solid choice.
We are all equals in pain.
We may regret holding this junior, we may win the game off of it. That's what we're really concerned about is round 3. The problem is here, we really wanted DAC Ray was the key card to draw. Because it lets us get in here with not needing a row spot. Nice. I thought that'd be a good idea. So we do end up keeping our junior. It was risky, but I think it's worth it because if we have this, like if we have this hand, I think we just win round 3. Because we draw into this and Fallen Knight. We should redraw here. We don't actually need this. We just need the Fallen Knight. That's pretty good.
The Order's decline began.
Come at me if you must.
Should be good here.
This sort of toy.
Obviously he has a Regus, but look how many provisions he played round 2. That does not kill it.
Give what we demand. Will not harm a hair on your
Why would he do that? It might be for Gel. The options are Gel, Toad Prince. This plays around Gel and around Toad Prince by not spawning the second one yet. He might have Hideous Feast or something, or okay, Feast of Blood. But again, once we get to 3, it doesn't stop it. I mean, just go here. We could have gone for... Okay, he's gonna leave. Instead, we could have gone for Jacques there, because then it gives an extra coin when we play the Helvide. I went for the Helvide because we don't have to, we get an extra point because we extra spawn, which means we're more out of range of Toad Prince if he has it. but I guess he's just disconnecting on us. We could have won this much more safely if we just went with a junior round 2. Maybe it was too greedy to hold it. It got us into a risky situation, but... I mean, I thought he might have like an Incubus or something. Another Flutter. And there it is. You know, we have a lot of disconnectors this season. I don't know what's up with that. You're gonna add it to the tally. Mallory King. Playing Force Leader, so it's gonna be a Koshchey deck of some type, which means we need round control. You lose round control these decks, you usually just lose the game. Got 2 of these. Would really like Fallen Knight here. Not a hand we're really happy with. Yeah, so it's Renfri, Koshchey. We lose round 1, we lose the game. That's basically what this comes down to. We cannot outpoint the Koshchey round 3. We can't go up against the short round Morntart. Knowing that, it's probably worth going for some coins, then bank into Fallen Knight. Problem with that is we just get Lord Riptided or something. He might even Toad Prince this. Or get Geralted on it too. We really need like Ulrich Fallen Knight. Or we need him to like try and 2-0 us, so then us survive. We have to save our guy. This is pretty good here, actually. We need to save our... We have to draw Junior and save Junior for the cat replay, I guess. And kill the cat. We can't use his fee then to kill the other guy, though, because he'll get Thrive by something in his hand. It's really rough. The way you beat these decks is usually have a control card for the 2 Koshcheys and the Sir Scratch, but we don't have that. Nothing like generates this coin. We'll have to go smuggle into bank, look through 7, I guess. But he's gotten everything exactly how he wants so far.
He venerates not the fire.
Gotta spawn this melee so that we have more room for Von Hurst. But I'm actually worried about running out of space in this round if it goes long, which it might. I'm wondering if we leader for another extra coin. I don't want to because we want to combine it with our Fallen Knights. We get to look through 6 cards and there's 2 Fallen Knights in our deck. Oh. What on earth is he doing? So this plays for 8.
This positively reeks of heresy. You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
I don't... Okay, there's the Knickers. And we're still fine. That's why we used the coins last turn. Because we knew this might come out. I was about to start talking about the not saving the coins because of Knickers. But then he came out and I didn't have to say it. And look stupid when it didn't come out. But yeah, I didn't say it because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. But that's why we used the coins. So let's see what we've got. We've got... Don't need that. Really want Ulrich and Fallen Knight as always. Don't have them. But we still have to push the round anyway. We didn't play our bank though last round. That's worth noting. So we don't have Ulrich at all or Fallen Knight. So we can't like look for... I guess we could look for Ulrich and then try and make an extra priest. In which case we'd want to open with this and hold the tribute. Problem for Cyrus is we actually don't have anything good for him to bring back. We need to do here is force the Caranther Koshcheys. So scratch, like force that out. Then pass as soon as it's forced out, basically. Then have like a medium, like 5, maybe 6 card round 3 up against the Morntart. We have time to catch up. That's the game plan. Problem is, like, once the Koshchey comes down, he's got the Renfri too. We need to probably not have him have the Renfri order round 3. So we need like a really strong engine push. And we're not likely to get it with this hand. We have to find a Fallen Knight. Ooh, is this the time for the Junior? I don't think so. As tempting as it is. Got the Ulrich. We also take a Fallen Knight. Question is, do we want Ulrich on this, or do we want a Fallen Knight? He's going to have a Lord Riptide. Then we can Cyrus it back. I think we want the one Fallen Knight. It's not in Toad Prince range, and both are in range of, no matter how many tokens we spawn, it'll go up to in range of Lord Riptide, or he's going to have a Geralt eventually. Okay, I think we do actually want to Junior here. As much as I want to use it on the Koshchey and such, if we don't do this, he's just going to get out of the round for free off the back of the tempo from these guys.
Slow, ain't ya?
Get rid of him. I'd like to save Junior, but if we don't get rid of those, we just lose the round from 4 engines being out. And we get a free win of the game off of it, too. Get out of here. I thought that was a good Junior myself as well. Gambling Bear. What are we gambling on? Carapace, we gambling on some kind of, Witch's Sabbath deck? Keltilis? Let's see what we've got. Alright, this is a workable hand here. I don't think we need this. 2 of these is actually a consideration, considering we've got these Fallen Knights, so put back the Priest. You would be insane in this matchup if he's Relics is Yaga. Yaga on Fallen Knight's hilarious, and we can't kill Yaga outside of our one Junior. So if we ever play Junior and he has a Yaga, that'd be really funny. I'm just thinking of this because we made the Yaga deck, and I played that deck actually after we made the video because it's pretty fun. See if it's Operator time. It's like Operator, Self-Eater if it's Relics. Otherwise it's like Cave Troll. Oh, we're playing Ogroids. I forgot about Ogroids for some reason. That was the most popular monsters deck of last season in my games. So Riptide's for sure in there. He's going to be going for an Erendite based deck. Don't have our Ulrich. Let's just go with the Disciple. Usually Disciple's nice because it boosts the Fallen Knight the next turn. One issue for our deck in this matchup is we have no Purify and no Punish for King Trum. So whenever King Trum comes down, it's just coming down. And it's Renfri Ogroids as well. This is the most popular deck, like I said, of last season. For monsters, in my experience at least. It's pretty solid. It's like, okay. That is a really good card for him to get. We also play 2 Cyclopes. Cyclopians? Alright, there's the Riptide. They always have it. I think we do want to play this, just to set it up. He might take a pass here, which would actually be kind of painful. But he probably won't. If he goes King Trum is the worst case scenario here. Yeah, it's the worst case. We're just have to have it carry over.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
We don't have the tempo to match his big plays like that. It's kind of unfortunate. We do actually, I think, need the Ulrich here. I think 2 of these might be a liability also. Considering this might go to a full-length round if he tries to 2-0 us, which I think he might. Because he has the potential to be able to. Ideally, we go Cyrus. We go Cyrus early. We want a Cyrus before he's got a good Cyclops throw. So he's probably gonna... Here's a Fuka. We do it here. Yeah, we do. We are going to need these points to come back here. Could Cyclops throw that? There's his Fuka. But if we don't go Cyrus, we won't catch up to King Trum in time to have like a reasonable card matchup. We won't have enough cards. Be forced to play too many. He's going Ice Troll. Triggering. Yeah, he's going hard. Go Fallen Knight. We know there's going to be some kind of Geralt in his deck. He's playing Renfri. Get those 2 out. So that means we always play Fallen Knights on opposite rows, so we can't Igni both. See, we'd actually like some coins without leader charging. This is really good because it gives us like 10 points, 12 or 14 points. We just want to bring back, so we actually want some coins. We do want bank to actually be useful too. Let's just play excommunication. See what we get. That's a good one.
Many of ours have died of late. With armaments to spare.
It's a really good one.
He venerates not the fire.
I think we play and withhold this guy's tribute just for the coins. To start thinking about row space too. If he goes really hard, we might not have room for everything. So I think we'll hold this till the end in case we need to make a procession or something. And if not, we can use it round 3, hopefully make another Cyrus. But we don't want round 3 to be too short because we'll just have Osrel and King Trum and then play the Jotun. Hey, there she is. The gang coming in.
The tongue can conceal the truth. The eyes never.
We're trying to play here in such a way that we don't brick our rows, but also need to catch up on tempo. There's the Jotun. Okay, so we don't have to route Jotun and Osrel round 3. Just Renfri and Osrel. Let's see. We could bank. Coins will be the issue. Or row space is going to be an issue. I think we have to play Gregory this round. We're going to spawn 2 guys melee here. So this is a liability. We don't want to fill our range row too much. I think we either go Jacques to spend coins. He fills this row. It's almost procession time. I think we have to play bank. None of these are good. This is probably the best one.
Nobody expects the non-British position. Yes, you! Have you made your offering?
Time for the Renfri. Oh, just Ogre Warrior. It's going to be pretty big. Like, I think we're going to lose this just from running out of row space. Which is pretty tragic. guess we can withhold his tribute.
The beast shall be born, and the blood of innocence shall
And then we can spend coins on this guy. We really need DAC Ray.
You confirm your guilt.
He's just gonna pass here? I think we get out then. Because Gregory is gonna be so big.
Back, heretics! You shall not desecrate
Just get out
this
then.
temple.
1 point, end of turn there. I guess he might have a Knickers.
That one, he
Whatever.
venerates no
Carry over 4 coins either way. I don't really know what this guy's doing. Like, we're clearly row-bricked. I guess he has to take into account we might have the DAC Ray. And maybe this. But we are so happy he passed there. So we're missing Junior and Ulrich. Ulrich would be a really good find. But I think we'd have to keep a priest then. Let's redraw the congregation. We have 2 leaders. I think the procession's good. We might be able to get this guy up to Cyrus level. I think we keep this. It's risky to redraw this, because then if we draw the Ulrich, it's bad. Play this. He's probably going to open Renfri to the option of her order later. Or go like Incubus. Let's go Istral. So we want to get this guy to 8.
Black Cat, hook nose, prominent
neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
Okay, so hopefully he doesn't mess with us, because we want to go make a Cyrus. Can't Riptide. I think we're good. I think we're going to end up winning this. So we do this. Get our Cyrus.
The eternal by denying penance
Get ourselves a Fallen Knight.
of your guilt. You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
Is there anything else good to get? I think we bring this back. So we wait a turn before using our leader charges. Okay, he kills the Cyrus. Fair enough. In that case, we just all in here on the tokens.
Yes, you. Have
That way we can make an extra one here. Obviously, here's the Geralt, but we're going really wide. We just drop Procession, DAC Ray, GG. To be fair, though, he still has Osrel. He's throwing his engines at us, though. Drop this guy. Make sure we don't get Ignied. I mean, it's possible he didn't draw his Renfri. But I don't think it matters here. Yeah, there's the Geralt. Like, we knew all these things. Guess we'll just Deathblow it, because why not? He played this game, I think, badly. He should have all-ined round 2. Like, we clearly lose if he all-ins round 2. Because we just don't have row space. But as it is, we win. I guess we take it. Going up against Mobilization, probably some Reavers here, everyone's favorite deck. I think what we want to do. This is actually pretty good, because getting the armor is going to be useful. Issue is we don't have anything that spawns guys. Other than you. Excuse me, other than you, so that's not ideal. Do we open the Fallen Knight, though? I guess so.
How before we have fallen.
The only thing we can use our junior really on here is going to be Adarin. If he puts Adarin behind a defender, that's going to be it. We can't interact.
There are things in the universe
Yep.
of which even the sages
But we're
have
broke
not
as
dreamt.
shit peddlers.
Here we go. We need somehow to get a... I guess we could make a Helvete here, potentially. Using this Crystal Skull to get +4. I think that is the play.
It's the Renfri Reavers' honor that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper.
Probably not yet, though. Let's see what we get off of this.
You are not worthy of the fire's purity, not worthy of its light.
That's okay.
Idle hands are evil's playthings.
An extra engine's really valuable.
It's the Renfri Reavers' honor that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper. It's the Renfri Reavers' honor that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper.
You will answer my questions. Then
Remove his cowl, then his ears. That one, he venerates not the fire.
Do this. Should be Heatwave. There's one control card. Or it's the Adarin, okay. Yes, please play it melee. I don't think he has a choice, honestly, but...
Greater donations beget greater blessings.
So he's doing 7 a turn right now. Still ahead. I'm gonna move the Adarin out of the row. So we can get up to 9 instead of 8.
We're the Renfri Reavers.
Do have DS E-Ray, which is pretty solid. We're gonna want a Gregory this round. I think we do it right now. Maintain pressure. Stay uneven. So let's us spawn a bunch of dudes.
Remove his cowl, then his ears. It's the Renfri Reavers' honor that's at stake here. This is no time to
About to fill his own rows up too. Gotta see the garrison or something on the row vex. We're probably gonna make a procession of penance if we have to. Yep, there's the wagon. We take 9. Don't want to give him round control, so let's just drop this guy. We're still safe here.
The tongue can conceal the truth. The eyes never.
We can spawn melee if we want to with a leader charge. Or use leader charge's range, then use this to spawn melee.
He venerates not the
Ideally, we force the mobilization order round 2 by playing a Cyrus right away. He might have Renew for Adarin. We'll see. We'd like a good hand here. Ooh, that's a dilemma. Do we put this back? No, we don't. We keep this hand.
The eternal fire cannot burn without the proper fuel.
He shouldn't be able to just blow this all out with Reavers yet.
You one of us or not?
Time for the leader. Come on, we just want to force the leader.
Let's go.
Okay, we could just pass right now.
Recognize your old mates.
We pass right now. I think we want to shorter round 3, honestly. So I think we do want to play a little bit more here. Question is, how much do we want to play, and what do we want to play? Could bring back a priest. Let's do that. Let's bring back priest. Bring another engine. That's not a priest.
We place our trust in you, eternal.
The Ulrich down. Get this down. Spawn the guy. We still have Cyrus, which means pushing is really good. We could still make a Helvede here, potentially. Not right away, but we could potentially do it on this. If we spawn enough guys. Boholt. Alright, that'll be a problem.
Reavers on a stake here. This is no time to whimper. Let's go.
Question is bleeding more cards here actually good for us or not? This has Echo, which is one consideration. I think we want to take advantage of that. So I think we will play this guy.
Hallowed flame, light our way through ignorance and superstition. Nobody expects the noble.
Because of this Echo, we should play down to it, I think. The only downside is if he has a second wagon.
Recognize your old mates. We're the Renfri Reavers.
But as long as his wagon isn't this turn, we kill the scout with the DAC ray. Then he can't wagon it, or play wagon at all, because his row and the rows full. So we hope this isn't exactly wagon. We got a second scout.
Shit, I knew it. I told you so, you idiot.
Do this.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
And we'll pass next turn. Nice, we got the Voimir too.
Weapons at the ready.
I think he's debating the wagon. If he has it, he should play it. And we have some options here. We just have to draw some good cards. Always love relying on that, but we'd really want this bank. Like, Junior's a key card here. It's going to be the wagon. Should wagon this. Junior's really important to draw here. Because Junior shuts down both of the Reavers he's about to try and play. But we actually have to get him. It's only like a 50% chance. Alright, nice. We did draw him. We don't have much engine of our own, but you can kill his guys right away and be happy. Just hope there's no renew. Alright. Can't do this yet. This one we can kill. Right? No, it's one too much. Just kill them both. We actually want to spawn a token here, because that way if he plays a Reaver and gets a second Reaver and doesn't die, then we smuggle and we can kill another Reaver. You should get 2 here. And we can kill 1 again. Actually, we can kill them both. So we just do this. We withhold the tribute. And then we just kill them both with this guy. If we shut the Reavers down, we should be good. And we can also kill another one with Smuggle. Junior is the, like I said earlier, Junior is the card here we need. Thankfully we drew it. We had Bank in our deck too also though. So I guess it wasn't a 50-50. It was more than that because we had Bank. Umvayandra.
Magic is a curse, a blessing and progress.
Could make a Cyrus here. Nah, he's out here. We're just gonna kill us both with Junior. You're not gonna have any units. Goodbye, Reaver player. Nice knowing you. Nah, that's the deck, guys. We had a lot of wins today, surprisingly enough to me. I don't know how that worked out. But I was practicing this deck before making the video, which always helps. And it did pretty well then, too. The only thing I've really found it struggles with are decks with more engine than you. So before recording this, what we play? We lost to Koshchey Renfri because we couldn't beat the Koshcheys. And then we lost to a stockpile siege deck because they just burned everything with bombardments and things. So we don't have control. So actually those are the only ones we lost before the recording too. We won a bunch. So yeah, this deck actually worked out quite well. It's surprising to me. But like the most important thing, as you saw, I think a lot of these games were decided on how we used Junior. Like I think 2 opponents forfeited from Junior plays. So you gotta have the Junior play. You gotta know when to play the Junior in your games. Not that to draw him, it's harder than the knowing when to play him part. But as far as the deck, I did like it. I've always enjoyed these Firesworn decks. They usually aren't the best decks, but I think this one's actually pretty good. I think Firesworn is actually in a decent spot now. After all these buffs, I think it's actually good. So, as far as changes, I did enjoy Devotion. I don't really think Procession makes it in still. I don't know what we do about Procession. Is there a number at which Procession's big enough to be viable? I almost want it to be like a Hyper Thin card. It's almost there. But as far as the rest of the deck, I think we had a lot of good value for most of our stuff here. Like I said, the only thing is we're really missing control. I would add another control card to this. I think in the 4s. As it was really only having Junior did cause us problems. Because, like I said, we won a couple games off Junior plays. But if we didn't draw into the Junior, we would have been in a lot of trouble. So I think more control is kind of a good choice here. I think it is a good choice. So what we got for the crimes? It's probably bloody good fun. So this if it's the 4 for 4 damage in this faction with a little bit more reach. I think I'd like to fit at least one of those in. And I don't know about the Cleric. The Cleric did okay. It did okay, but we never really needed to use this trick fee. Actually, the fee was really good against the Vampire deck, but I think that was it. I don't know if we need the Clerics, so we could use those provisions. I think what we'll do is end up cutting Procession, at least one of these guys. I do like the Priest as a backup card. And then we do want to put in Bloody Good Fun. I thought about Sacred Flame. I used to play Sacred Flame in all these decks, but I don't think it's really worth it. I think it costs too much. Boosting everything by 1. It's fine. Like, it's a decent card. I wish this thing had Resilience, though, like all the other locations. I guess it's not a location, so... I imagine it would be a location, but it isn't. I think, if you want a Bloody Good Fun... Do you want the second Cleric? Could go Farco. Could go Farco. I guess this is our Dice E-Ray tutoring too. I really like Inquisitor and Priest. I almost want a second Priest. The backup engine. Maybe second Bloody Good Fun too. Maybe this. We'll try this, I think. I think we'll try the 2 Bloody Good Funds. Have a bit of control. Priest is okay, but I think we should just rely on Fallen Knight. So yeah, I think moving forward, we'll try this. A little bit more damage, I think. I really want to try it Procession, but I don't think we played him like 1 time. So anyway, that's the deck, guys. You can make some adjustments. If you want a non-devotion version, just make it non-devotion. Cut Junior. I think you leave Ulrich even still. Then just put in Oneiromancy and a Heatwave. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun playing this. It worked out surprisingly well. And, you know, Congregation, I think Firesworn's actually in like a pretty good spot now. It's pretty solid. But hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.